So, you know, with your whole like sense of fashion and everything like that, because even now you got the fit and it's fire, bro. I ain't gonna cap. It's fire. How do you, how do you put that into your whole like appearance and your brand and stuff like that? You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain. Like, do you try to match how you dress with your like rap persona?
Yeah. And it's not on purpose, but it's just like, I always been like that since I was little, type shit. So like my pajamas would have to match type shit.
Yeah.
Like, just little shit that wasn't really a thing for like little kids and shit.
Yeah.
I just thought about like really in detail, like if the bottom of my hat is this color and my belt is this color, I don't like the outfit, or this weird shit. And it was just like, as I got older, I kind of leaned more into like the whole vintage look type shit, just because that's what I was always going for. At first, shit was terrible, like it didn't work out, but like as I got older and aged and shit, it kind of just tied into it.
Just came with it.
Yeah.
So, I know you mentioned like growing up and stuff like that. Could you like give us, when I say us, I mean like your fans, audience, and myself, like just like life, just like growing up in Albany. Are you from Albany? Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I want to make sure. Because some people out here, you get that shit wrong, bro. You get that shit wrong. They gonna be mad at you.
Fact, but
you know what I mean? I don't want. I'm good. I'm a happy citizen. You feel me? But yeah, could you just give us a walkthrough, like what it's like growing up, things of that nature, just so people can get a better personal perspective.
Starting out, I grew up in like the white neighborhood type shit, where it was just, I'd go to the baseball field every day with my brother and just like, little shit like that. Like we could walk to stores and shit, like.
Yeah.
And then I was in that like environment, so I was like 11-ish type shit. And then we got evicted out that crib, and then after that I was introduced to the hood, and that was just a wrap after that. So, but I always like, my mom and my dad wasn't together type shit, so it was like two different lives. Like I could go with my pops and sit in like North Face meetings and shit, and like know how to handle myself in them type rooms, but I go back to my mom's side of the family and I'm in the trenches, like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
I know exactly what you mean.
Just knowing, like, being able to have those two mindsets, and just, I feel like, especially as a man growing up and shit, like, when you have that figure that you could look up to that's doing it the right way or whatever, but also have the knowledge of, like, being able to do it the other way if you have to, God forbid, type shit. So it's like, I feel like that just goes to show how strong you are, like, mentally as a person type shit. Which one you gonna lead more into. Like, I don't really fuck with niggas on how they, like niggas that wanna be like a hood nigga or a street nigga or, you know what I mean? Like, I understand some people was put in certain situations and, you just gotta take your punches as you go, but I know niggas that, you know what I mean? Like, choose that life over the other life because they think that one is better than that one or whatever. It's like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, being a gangster is taking care of your responsibilities and your family and, you know what I mean? Like, all that other shit is extra, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But just having that knowledge since I was young kind of like molded me into what I am today. And then having my father as a father figure to me, which is like what I base my whole life around at this point, is just like being grateful enough to having him up until he passed away when I was like 14. But I feel like that was the age, like it's a tough age to lose your father, but it's also like a starting point to the becoming a man type shit. And I feel like in the time that he was here, he taught me everything that I needed to know or needed to teach myself at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's so fire, bro. Trust, bro, because I grew up a little different. I'm like cool with my dad now, but I didn't see my dad since I was like 11. But I'm cool with him now, and I'm 26.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like I didn't necessarily get to have that, but I lived with him up until I was 8, so I got something. I got something as I grew older. Those things I learned as a kid kind of just subconsciously worked in. But moving forward from that, I actually knew your dad. I don't know if you knew that.
Probably, I think so.
I did know your dad, brother Yusef, and I used to. Your brother knows. Your brother know what it is, bro. Because we used to be at the garden, just like working on stuff, and he would teach us life skills, and he was just super like well spoken and just he had like a lot of wisdom. He wasn't a loudspeaker, but he would when he did talk, he talked with assertiveness and conviction. Yeah, and he knew a lot of people.
Everybody, bro, everybody.
Yeah, and just I don't know. I was like when I already passed, we were very torn because it wasn't just me, like I said, because I was in this program, Youth Build, out here in 518 in Albany, and yeah, man, I remember days I just did not even want to fucking pull up. But then I look forward to going to the garden and learning something, or just like getting that peaceful vibe. And when you say Nipsey Hussle, someone that you look up to, it makes sense because he was very like interconnected with his community.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You know what I mean? So that's like super, super, super fire. Dad was a cool dude. Not just because he was posted up in pictures with like blocks and shit like that.
Yeah. He was just a cool dude. Like.
Yeah, definitely. So going on from that, you explained the things that you learned from that helped you, do better in life just as a man, because as a man, it's like, you don't get any respect until you level up, you feel me?
Yeah.
And it's really like hard. And every guy, every young dude at least can understand that. You're in your 20s, no one want to fuck with you. Then you're in your 30s and you got shit accomplished, not everybody, whatever. But is there anything that like you could say that growing up, like you said, growing when you would visit your mom, like growing up in the church, do you think that you got something out of that as well? Do you think that like it helped you not blend in more, but because I know when I was with my mom, like you get this, you get this like culture that's like
it's a one of a kind type thing. Like at first you don't really understand what's going on, but I feel like the more you like grow and the more you get into it, you don't got no choice really. You know what I mean? Like not to go down a certain route, but just to handle yourself in them situations type shit. I feel like as a man, especially as a black man, you need like that mentality in the back of your head at least. Like even if that's not how you carry yourself, you know what I mean, 24/7, I feel like if some shit pop off, you need to know how to maneuver and shit and not be dumb to what's going on. Like you need to, you know what I mean? So I feel like you can only learn shit like that from being in the trenches and shit and knowing where not to be, and you know what I mean? Don't go down that block because they, you know what I mean? Just shit like that. Like you need to have that knowledge.
But even with that, like, cause like when you're in that type of environment, like you kind of just like know everybody. And what I was really trying to get to is just like how it plays in your music, like knowing everyone and just like getting that kind of love, you feel me, when you're in that culture. Because when people fuck with you in that culture, like they'll really like support your shit, you know what I mean? And would you say that you kind of put your music out, do you have a certain type of audience that you're like aware of that you try to make music for?
Not really. I can't say that because I feel like most people fuck with my music because they fuck with me, like as a person type shit. Yeah. I feel like the music just ties into it and it sounds good. So it's not like a forced thing. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I fuck with him. Oh, he make music too? Oh yeah, I fuck with that. And then the way it sounds and everything, it just ties in together. So I feel like just being the type of like person I am and being cool with everybody, from knowing everybody, maybe it was from my pops or my mom's side of the family or whatever, just like having that knowledge of people knowing me, but still like remaining myself like the whole time, like dressing how I wanted to dress, making the music I want to make, like fucking with the type of people I want to fuck with, just little shit like that, but still being respected by the OGs or the niggas that was in the hood, or, you know what I mean? I feel like that all plays into the audience of my music. Like, if you fuck with me, you're gonna fuck with the music. Or if you fuck with the music, you're gonna fuck with the clothes. If not the clothes, then the music, and vice versa.
Word. And so, like, with speaking, we're talking about music, obviously. And with everything going on lately, these past few days, everyone's just been like in a whole nother type of frenzy, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think, which I think is a beautiful thing. I love hate. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I love when people are just like riled up about music, you know what I mean? Because that means that people are like tuning in. You feel me? People are like, they want, even the people that don't give a fuck about.
I'm starting to give a fuck.
Yeah, they're like, damn, everybody's talking. Like, everybody is talking about this. Yeah. Even the people that's trying to make jokes, they're still talking about it.
It's still a topic.
Yeah. So going off of that, how do you feel about what's going on in the area right now, music-wise? Like everyone's saying, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. Like, do you feel like it matters that people are like saying that, they want to be the best in the area? Or do you think that it's just like, you should just work on your craft and worry about yourself type shit?
It depends. I mean, I'll probably say just fuck with yourself and work on your craft. But I get it, like, niggas want to be respected type shit. So I understand it. I just feel like all the talking and shit is unnecessary. At some point, like to a certain point, talk your shit, of course, believe in yourself, 100%. But after a certain while, it's like, all right, bro, you gotta show us you the best. Like, I don't fuck who you is, what your name is, who fuck with you, who don't fuck with you. Like, the work has to speak for itself. At the end of the day, like, you can say all you want, but at the end of the day, you have to be putting out shit that can back up what you're saying. Yeah. Like, genuinely, like, not just cause niggas fuck with you as a person, or like, nah, you just, the music at the end of the day, that's what the topic is about. Like, the music gotta equal up to the, you know what I mean? And I feel like in the 518, it's more of a competition between who's going to kick the door down, rather than just like who's making music. Like,
you're saying like it's a competition between who's going to make the entire area like.
Yeah, like, where it's like, I get it, but you can't put a city on if you ain't put yourself on. That's how I look at it. Like, how you gonna kick the door down for them niggas and the door not kick down for you? Like, you gotta get through it first. Yeah. That's the definition of kicking the door down. Like, you have to step in that room and then bring your niggas with you. But it's like, a lot of niggas ain't step in that room. Like, yeah, they probably got footed in or something, but ain't nobody really in that room yet. Like, with the door closed in front of them people, nobody's there. So it's like, you can, like I say, you can say what you want, but I just feel like, personally, as an artist, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't care. I don't. Yeah. It's not a hate thing. It's not a, for me, I fuck with everybody's music out here, but like, personally, I'm not worrying about what he's doing. I got tunnel vision, and that shit been working like a charm. So like, while y'all debating over who's the best and who's the, you know what I mean, I'm gonna continue on this path, on this lane that's wide open, because nobody else is doing it the way I'm doing it, and you know what I mean? So like, y'all can have that frenzy and let them niggas debate over y'all, where it's like, I got certain eyes and shit looking on me because I'm just going. Like, that's a stop when you think about it. As an artist, like, you sitting there debating, I'm better than this nigga, I'm better than like, you gotta stop in your career at that point, because now you just sitting there in a little cipher arguing with niggas. While niggas that just got tunnel vision, focus on their craft and shit, they moving forward. Because at the end of the day, bro, you gotta put the work in. That's how I see it.
Facts, bro. Because I feel like I'm in my own lane too, and I'll just be chilling. And I'm gonna keep it a band. Even whoever's watching this, if you another media or you another somebody, I'll be hating. I'll be hating hard, and I'll be letting it. But the thing is, I'll be saying out loud. I say it publicly. I be hating, so they know I be hating. So it don't be no miscommunication. It don't be none of that. Nah, I'm hating on you, fam. And watch, y'all gonna be sick. But there's no hard feelings though, because that's just competition. Like, I'ma still share y'all shit, and I'ma still support because I want this area to blow up. But I be hating them. But yeah,
I don't necessarily be hating. I really feel like it at this point in everyone's careers and where they're at, especially in the 518. Like I feel like this shouldn't be the topic right now.
Yeah.
This is a great topic to have. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I feel like this shouldn't, like right now.
Yeah.
Cause that's for everybody, even me included. Like nobody's really dropping shit out here. That's number one. Like even niggas that you might have that fan base, or like nobody's dropping, regardless. Like it's probably Wild Money, Knuckles Burton, like niggas that's consistently like able to. Yeah, you may have did shit in the past, but it's like, bro, if you're not dropping nothing right now, why are we having this conversation? That's how I look at it. Like, cause you just talking at this point. You don't got no relevant music to back up what you're saying, number one. You haven't been like, you know what I mean? I feel like you need to, as an artist, at some point you just gotta focus on yourself, and that shit is going to play a part at some point.
Word.